Morning. Fuck, this is so fucking hard. Pyrex Vision, homie. Just weighed myself 192.4. So recently I was on Mimi's page. If you don't know who Mimi is, a while ago I plugged her YouTube channel because she's actually a pre-pharm student. Pretty cool to see all these different people, all these new pharmacy channels popping up. A lot of them are in different stages. So you got Brian, who's like the super smart guy with the board certified and did his PGY too. So on that side, got me who does the retail side. You got Mimi who does pre-pharm. There's probably gonna be like, I've seen other channels who are people in pharmacy school. Anyways, I was reading something that really caught my eye. Mimi quoted my friend Brian, and it's pretty funny. Mimi says, currently 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. If you caught me around this time, I'll be getting in the shower, getting ready to go out with the girls. Fast forward 4 years later, I'm headed to the 24-hour library to pull an all-nighter between various textbooks. Right below her status, something I get criticized for is studying way too much, which I somewhat agree. Life is short, enjoy the most of it. Now consider this, major killer. If your closest member gets sick, would you want the person that studied a lot and actually gave a shit about learning? Or the person who barely passed because he or she was more concerned about other issues? I'm not bashing on the world who didn't give it their all. I just find it funny that people would trash someone for wanting to increase their capacity for helping others. And I totally agree with this. I think a lot of times, I didn't really get this in pharmacy school, maybe because like I had good friends and stuff. I never had to go with like people teasing me like, oh, you're studying too hard. For me, it's always been like Pyrex Vision. When I was in pharmacy school, it was something I always wanted. So people never even criticized me for wanting to stay in and stuff. But as I get older, I do realize that this happens to me, not necessarily in the pharmacy and what, but it happens to me a lot when I'm doing like refugee hustle, YouTube videos. They're like, why can't you go out? And I'm like, cause I got so much shit to do. Come on, just do it. At the end of the day, I keep on thinking back, just like how Brian used to think, right? I think back to my grandma passing away, or when my parents get old, do I want to be by their side? The other day, my pharmacy supervisor actually passed away. He was like 30, 40 years old. Fuck, this is a huge life changer. You never know when you just might wake up and your life is over. And what did I do? I used it to work corporate. And I'm not saying all corporations are bad, but to me, I feel like there's no identity when you work in a corporation. And before, my dream was to become a pharmacist, but now my dream is to create businesses and help free other people that maybe the corporate lifestyle, it doesn't fit them. I think corporations are great. At least for me, they've given me a lot of stability, a lot of money, but it comes at a price. You're sacrificing a lot of your time. In security, you're actually exchanging for time and lack of flexibility. For me, I've always wanted to become like the entrepreneur or like a business owner. You know what? Later down the line, like when my parents are getting old, I want them to enjoy the last years of their life. Even before that, how much would it mean if I could generate enough capital to send my parents or family on a tropical vacation, all expense paid for? It's not even about repayment, but it's just about like, thank you for all those years of helping me out when I needed it, and let me just take care of you now that I'm older, right? So I keep on thinking that thought, and I'm not saying like I don't want to go out. I love going out, but sometimes like the hustle, man, I'm not satisfied where I am, and I definitely feel Brian and Mimi's grind and growing pains. And the thing is, like, it's easy to say don't listen to other people, but honestly, peer pressure is such a I think everybody's had that experience where they're like, hey, you want to go party tonight? I don't know, I got work tomorrow, and then I end up at line anyways. I'm not saying it's bad to go out, but I think there's definitely a problem when people don't really respect your time and don't really respect your hustle. And I don't think your friends have ill intent. It's kind of like DJ Khaled when he says they don't want you to succeed. I don't think it's like that. They might see you hustling all the time and they just want you to take a breather. So you know what, sometimes I do cave in, other times I prioritize. If it's not on my calendar, if I don't block out some free time, or if it's been like several weeks where I'm not getting shit done, I just take a personal work day. Because it's tough, man. It's tough being a student. It's tough doing a full-time job with a side hustle that you want to make your main hustle, kind of like a side bitch that you want to make your main bitch. Shit, it's not easy. And so I totally feel your pain, guys. And maybe for you, it might not be studying, but it applies to so much more. What it really comes down to is how you really want to help people. Brian, he's a really smart guy, and through pharmacy, that's how he wants to help people. For me, I currently help people through pharmacy right now, but eventually I want to help people through business in the future. So find out what your assets are. School-wise, I'm not as smart as Brian. He's Rokai, I'm Lokai. Sometimes you just gotta understand what you're good at and just not compensate for your weaknesses. As Gary Vee says, get better at your strengths and create a team that will compensate for your weaknesses. So yeah, that's my little chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me ask you guys, what sort of hustles are you guys doing? Whether it's school, business, I don't know, it could be martial arts, do the jet off. Maybe you guys are in the pharmacy school. Let me know, guys. I want to do them all, interact with you guys. As I grow, you know, I won't be able to comment on every single thing, but I try right now. And I plan to do more streams, guys. When I do streams, I always answer your emails. So I think that's the easiest way for me. It took me a long time to figure that out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Deuces.
Once you finish, you can pay off your loans in like 2-3 years, no problem. You can save a bunch of money, buy my nice clothes, nice shoes, nice purses. Well, when you get out and you actually do get a job, I mean, yes, you're very excited, but